for called strike 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Away.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him.
That's down and in.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. Alvarez with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. Christian Walker up next for the Astros. No hits in the shutout last night.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And there's the strike. Next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Yainer Diaz in the box now. Takes strike 1. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. goes to second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
And we're back, and the batter is George Springer. Blanco back to work. Blanco, in his second season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. The 1-1. Upstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. 1 for 3 in the game back on Sunday. Outside low, ball 1. Blanco, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
And now here is Ernie Clement. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Slice down the right side. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 1.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Pitch misses. 2-2. And that's in the dirt.
Count.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Line drive, base hit right field. So he gets a hit after a long battle with the pitcher. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Blanco checks the runner. Clement dives back in safely. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Back here in Houston, bottom of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Line drive, caught.
Quick reactions down there at first, and those can be tougher than they look sometimes. There could be all kinds of weird spin or knuckling action on the baseball.
John Singleton stands in now and watches strike one. Right side, Guerrero. And he takes it himself for the out. So next up for Houston, Jeremy Pena. And that's in there for strike one. Foul ball. Second inning here, no score. Pitch misses there. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. Astros are down quietly. We'll move to the third with no score.
Now watch me. Let me work.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
From the mud, I'm talking about the slums from a city where it's wicked. Most people scared the box. They're running to get the from the area was all about the funds for my people.
And
That's a
ball
ball.
one.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That's
That
off the
count is
inside corner. 3-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. Swing and a ground ball. Walker. He takes it on his own. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Now here is Miles Straw. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, there's a certain
0-1.
point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Still no score. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
My balance, give life a better.
Fouled off. He was late. And that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
That's hard hit on the line. Lunges, got it.
All right, kind of lost his balance at the end there and gave us a little flare, but that was a really nice job tracking it down, and that thing was sinking fast. If it gets by him, it was going to roll for a while.
Dubon stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. On the ground to 3rd. Fires over to Guerrero. And the Astros put down in order. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to inning number 4. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th. Bo Bichette going away. And now 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
The shortstop takes the ball. Hit in the air, center field. Dubon makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He hit into a double play his first. This one in the air, right field. Altuve makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Anthony Santander now at the plate. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Back here in Houston, now the left fielder, Yordan Alvarez. Fastball for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately.
Runner takes off. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Snap throw to
1 and 1.
first, but he's safe. And that one fouled off. Alvarez aboard here at first with nobody out. On the ground, a short could be 2. There's one. He's out. 2 gone as they hit into their second double play in the first 4 innings.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to.
Fires over to Guerrero, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nothing doing there for Houston, and we are still scoreless. Blanco back to work. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never.
Swung on, belted. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Go ahead run on base. Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit. Throw to second, safe. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. That one felt good. It's 2-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 1 with a single. No strikes. Clement, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2017. And the 1-0. Foul ball there. Fastball is outside.
Ball 2.
And that's off the inside edge. And now 3-1. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 4th home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Manager out of the jug.
Yeah, I got
Dalton Varsho, the next to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that goes foul. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swings through that one for strike 2. And that's outside. And it's 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And that one hit to first. Walker over to second, back to first, and that is a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now for the Jays, Miles Straw. He's 0 for 1. And takes low for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Two outs. This one in the air center field. Dubon brings it in with a nice running grab. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. Back here at Dyken Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. That one in there across the letters.
Well, these Astros just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And a slider misses down and away. And that one is inside.
A little bit harder.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. In the air, left field, down the line. Dives, and it gets by. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Passes third. He wants it all. The relay to the plate. Not in time. He makes it safely for an inside-the-park home run.
Well, they call it one of the most exciting plays in baseball for a reason, Boog. Always fun to see an inside-the-parker. And, man, he was flying out of the box. And I think that by the time he was getting to second, he had it in his mind to go all the way. That's just great hustle from start to finish.
2 outs, nobody on. And next to hit for Houston, Chas McCormick. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. We're through 5. It's the Blue Jays. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Taylor Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
On the ground to third. Tosses to first. One up, one down.